Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to April's wrap up for the Nicole Jones 911 design team and all of the gorgeous digi prints and printables. We also had a fun virtual crop last weekend. I swear there's been a lot going on everywhere these last few days and even weeks leading up to International Scrapbooking Day, which is tomorrow, but we're going to turn it into a weekend, maybe even a week. Lots of fun stuff going on all over the place. And I will talk a little bit more about that in my Fun Friday Finds, or by the time you see this, I probably already did talk a little bit more about that. But let's get to the projects and where the printables fit into my layouts and my scrappy space this month. This layout, of course, is the one that has the most goodies on it. It's pretty much the entire embellishing on this one is done with the gorgeous printables. And this I did for Stretch Your Sketch on the third Sunday of every month, where we take a 12 by 12 sketch. It's the brainchild of my lovely friend Janet from Galaxy Girls Creations. And we take a 12 by 12 sketch and we turn it into a project in any format but 12 by 12. So this month I shrunk the sketch and I went with an 8.5 by 11. This little bit down at the bottom here was not part of the sketch. I added it because I just felt, for me, my layout was just too top heavy, and I kept thinking these little mountains were gonna topple over. So I just really needed to add a little bit down here to do some grounding, and I had some Vicki Boutin, I think it was maybe Wildflower and Honey or Storyteller or both, scraps on my desk, and I just did this little area down here and then did a quick little embellishment cluster to just tie the top and the bottom of the layout together using the cameras, the viewfinders, a layer of viewfinders. In the sketch, there was really a layer, just a whole strip of embellishment under the photos across the page, and they were florally circular elements. So I started with all of these lovely viewfinders flat to the page, which I love, and I popped them all across in the 2-inch and the 1.5-inch with the dots. Mainly, I love the 2-inch ones are with the dots for sure. I love those viewfinders. And then I went in with my sketchy cameras in different sizes, different colors that sort of matched the photos, and layered them on top of the viewfinders, some of them up on pop dots, and I love that. I find it very different, very unique, a little original, and I just love this layout. And this is a first for me too. I decided I wanted to try and use the grid paper as a background on something larger than the 6 by 8 layouts, and I think I forgot to bring my 6 by 8 double page here, so let me see if I can find that quickly. Yeah, there you go, you see, because I do always use the grid paper as my background for the sort of journaling side of the 6 by 8 layouts, but I really wanted to try and use it on a larger format, and I love it. And then we have this one, which was a Sketch Sunday, where this one here, I used the tags, the lovely tags, and these are seasoned spices, of course, and I popped 2 tags here and then another tag here with one of the viewfinders, the 1.5-inch viewfinders, also in seasoned spices. And I love that little cluster. It's so easy to just pop these behind and then just build a quick little cluster on top, and I just love the effect. And then, of course, something else that you've seen me do before and you know that I love doing, which is my, sides and corners, filling my sides and corners, something that one of my lovely scrappy besties Helen and I tend to do all the time. And again, the tabs and viewfinders are perfect foundations for that. You know, I already love those as foundations. And so here I took viewfinders in 1.5 inches. And of course the tabs, again in the Seasoned Spices, because I'm working here as part of my guest design spot. So I'm combining my 2 guest design areas this month. I'm guest designing also for Scrapbook Your Joy using the lovely Reaching Out collection. And when I shared the collection, you know, I showed you some of the printables that I was going to be using with that collection. And again, up here, the same thing. So the viewfinder underneath, the tab popped on top, and a lovely Reaching Out floral here with a little black heart that ties it into the main area of the layout. So I love these 2 little clusters. On this one, really just a tiny little accent, 2 of the little cameras, but it just goes to show you that you can just pop them in here and there. It's great to just have a lot of these already fussy cut in bowls, or as you know, I love those little acrylic drawers that I have with some fussy cut ahead of time, and then you can just go in and just add them as part of your little finishing touches here, and then just a little bit here as well, tucked in behind all these gorgeous layers. This was a scrap lift of Kelsey as we were celebrating her 2,000 subbies here on YouTube. So that is what I got up to for the Nicole Jones 911 design team in April. Now, my printer is giving me a little bit of trouble this weekend. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I had to change my ink. I get my ink sent to me automatically by HP, and it works beautifully. And the blue ink cartridge, I had to, and for some reason, it doesn't seem to be catching. So it's not using the blue. It shows it full, of course, that now that I put the new cartridge in there, but it doesn't. So I don't know whether it's the printer. I don't think it's actually the ink cartridge, because I had a backup one and I changed it again and it still doesn't seem to. So I removed it, I put it back in, I turned it off, I've left it for a bit. I'm going to go test it out a little bit later, because I have some gorgeous printables to print and to share with you for May. So I hope I will be back. I'll be back talking about the printables no matter what, but I hope I get to print some of those gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous florals. So there you go, my friends. Again, as always, if there is anything you would like to see me do in specifically with Nicole's lovely, lovely DigiPrints and printables, make sure you leave me your instructions down below, and I will be back very, very soon. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.